Hello and welcome to my Cooking with TPACK video for CEP 810. So the way this project works is that my sister randomly picked one plate, one bowl, and one random utensil. In this case it was a spoon, which was just a normal dining spoon that you eat cereal with. And I had to use those materials in order to do a task. In this case, my task, which was randomly chosen, was to make homemade whipped cream. So I had just recently got the materials and put them in the fridge to kind of chill them a bit. But this project, essentially, we had to go ahead and get the materials, get our task, press play, and start recording. So it's not going to be probably as chilled as it should be, but again, I have to make do with what I have. So I have this bottle of Meyer Heavy Whipping Cream right here. It does say on the side that it says to use a chilled bowl and beaters, so I went ahead and saw that, put it in the fridge for a bit. And it says to pour in cream so that it covers no more than 1/3 of the beaters. Again, I can't use beaters. I have to go ahead and use the spoon that I was given and then whip on high speed until stiff. So I'm going to have to use the spoon to mimic beaters on high speed. That should be fun. My arm should get a good amount of exercise from doing this. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and grab my materials out of the fridge. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here are my utensils. This is the spoon that I'm going to be using. This is my bowl. And then this is my plate, so it's a standard dinner plate here. So, just at first glance, I think the bowl is probably going to be better. Seems that's normally whipped in a bowl. So let's go ahead and put in some of the cream in the bottom of the bowl. I mean, it's a little bit here, so I have about that much cream in here. And now let's see if I can use this spoon to imitate a beater here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand, I'm going to hold the spoon on an angle, and I'm just going to make some rapid clockwise stirring motions. So this is what I'm doing right here. There are some bubbles that are starting to form, so generally when you stir something with a liquid, you're going to start seeing bubbles forming. So this seems like it's totally normal. You know, to keep it kind of chilled, I'm going to set it back on my plate here, since the plate is still kind of cold and the countertop is pretty warm, considering it's kind of hot and humid outside. So the bubbles are still starting to form here. Let's change direction. So now I'm going counterclockwise so you can see the bubbles that are forming right here. Let's alternate going clockwise and counterclockwise and see how that works. I'm also going to try and now hold the spoon more vertical, since generally when someone would use a pair of beaters, which I definitely wish I had right now, it would make my job a whole lot easier. Generally, when somebody uses beaters, they're going to be holding them standing up. And actually, I'll go ahead and stand up real quick, see what happens. And I am able to stir a lot faster. However, with the spoon not being on an angle, more vertical, there is less surface area from the actual spoon that is being used to whip the cream. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so the bowl for this amount of cream is pretty adequate for this activity, I feel. So obviously if you want to make more cream, or if you have beaters available, you would probably want a bigger bowl. The plate probably isn't as useful in terms of mixing. I'm mainly using it right now to kind of keep everything chilled. So that's what it looks like right now. Doesn't seem at first glance that it's getting any thicker. So I think generally you have your materials more chilled than what I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and put the spoon back on an angle, get more surface area stirring this. So definitely the spoon is a good stirring tool, so I think it's pretty adequate for this task right now. Obviously, again, I wish I did have beaters on me. It does also feel easier to stir when I'm standing up. and it does feel easier for me naturally to go clockwise than counterclockwise. So I'm going to try something out real quick. I'm going to grab a napkin. I'm going to dry this off so that way I'm going to try and use this end of the spoon, see if it's going to work any better. I definitely see that I'm not moving as much of the cream at first glance. So this is kind of, it looks like the same thing as when I'm just sticking the spoon down like this. There's not a whole lot of surface area to get a good amount of the cream moving at once, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the big end of the spoon. This is where I'm at right now. It actually does feel like right now that it is getting a bit thicker. It's not coming out in a continuous stream. So it looks like we're making progress. Oh, a little bit of a spill. Luckily the plate was there to catch anybody that might have went overboard. The bubbles seem to be getting smaller and smaller and also a little bit less frequent, which possibly might be a good thing, which means we might be getting closer. And that's where I am right now. Let's also see if I hold this bowl at an angle, see if that does anything. Feels like it's easier to stir when this bowl's just vertical. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah. It doesn't seem like I'm making much progress. Trying to hold the spoon a little bit amount of different ways. So it definitely looks like you will get your whipping cream at the end, but it's going to be taking a lot more time than it would be right now. Still gonna keep trying. And then also generally, I think I might have mentioned this before, but it definitely feels like this would have also taken shorter if I had more time to go ahead and chill my materials. So it definitely feels like having it chilled really would help with this. I mean, it definitely looks like it's gotten a little bit thicker. still seeing those small bubbles. Whoop. That's a kind of a mess. Let's just try and move the spoon back and forth a bit here, instead of just, I guess I'm just moving it like this now. See how that works. So definitely I have found that holding the spoon at a little bit of an angle, but kind of straight up, and also standing up right above the bowl is giving me the best results in terms of stirring. So it does seem it has gotten a little bit thicker along the way. I mean, right now I'm also thinking about trying out the plate, but I don't think it'll give me much room to stir pretty much anything. And also might provide a pretty big mess. Alright. So the video is right now at 12 minutes, so just clean up a little bit of this mess here. Okay, so right now, this is where I am at. It definitely feels like it's gotten a bit thicker, so after good more minutes of stirring and using the spoon as a beater, you'll end up having your heavy whipping cream. So again, I really wish I had beaters for this. I also wish I had more time to chill my equipment so that way it could get a little bit faster. But that's the beauty of technology, and that's the beauty of everything around us, is that we think that we're using things the right way, and then we'll probably wish that we did things better the next time. So I really enjoyed this project. I'm actually going to keep working on this a bit, and I'll catch you all later.